It's good afternoon, Alexandra Martinez. Thank you for joining us at Yellow Shelf.
Hi, thank you for inviting me.
It's so exciting to have you here because your book, Salsa in the Suburbs, is out now. What do we need to know about this fabulous new debut novel of yours?
Okay, one of the first things you probably need to know is that I'm actually the first Australian Uruguayan author to be published mainstream novel. So
Yeah.
that's something, yeah, something a little bit different. And what readers need to know is they probably haven't read books about Latin American migrants in Australia because I don't think there's much around in Australian literature. And it's a book it's an easy read with complex themes. I wanted to make it accessible so that people can sit and read it and you're not struggling to get through it. You can read it, but you're also getting a lot of complex themes through that. There's things around aging, around relationships in older age. There's things around mental illness. There's themes about parenting. There's a whole lot of different themes weaved throughout the book, told through the three characters, the three main characters, which is the father and his two daughters.
Yeah, and I wrote some notes here because I
Yeah,
read it as an ebook. So when I try to sum up this, it's that idea about migration, uh, love and self-discovery, even cultural identity,
yeah,
trauma as well, like cultural and
definitely. Yeah,
family traumas, as well as
yeah.
a migrant story. And it's a beautiful novel. Can I just say that?
Thank
It's
you.
really
Thank you.
beautiful. Tell us what inspired you to write. What was the background to bring this book together?
I think bringing this book together was a combination of, again, there was a gap in stories about Latin American migrants in Australia, as well as I wanted to write something like the character of Juan. Here is an older migrant man, and that's definitely, I think, missing from Australian literature. And I wanted to give him a voice. What's his experience of migration in Australia? How does he navigate a society? And after his wife dies, he goes out there and meets someone else. And I think that's really difficult to do when people are older, to go out and meet someone and put yourself out there, and just how it brings his joy back to his life. And I thought that was really important to write something like that, to bring hope, as well as everything he's gone through. This character is very resilient, and there in the end there is hope. And I wanted to bring that joy and hope
Well, you
as well
certainly
as,
do. Tell
yeah.
us a bit about yourself because was I reading you have written short plays or short stories in the past?
Okay, I've written some short stories in the past. They're all on similar themes around migration. That seems to be my theme, around migration and what's our identity and how do we find our place in the world. And the idea for this story was also based, I had a little short play, and that was around an older man looking like similar to the book, although it was short and it didn't go into the detail, but that sort of sparked the idea initially. Yeah, and I have written a few other little plays, but that was really the only one that's been performed.
Yeah. And this
Yeah.
being your first published novel,
Yeah,
will you write again? Like, did you enjoy that journey?
definitely. It is a lot of hard work, but I still think I've got another couple of novels in me that I'd like to write. So, yes, probably we'll look at that idea again of migration in a different way. And maybe I'm thinking more of having, instead of the mother, I might have the father character in the next
Yeah.
one. I mean, sorry,
Yeah.
instead of having the father, I might have the mother character as the main one in the next one.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, please
um,
do. Tell us. I know you've got a website. If we're curious, there will be people watching all around the world, Latin America, wherever.
yeah.
How do we connect with you? How do we connect with the book?
The book you can buy from Punch, it's published by Puncher and Watman. So you can go on Puncher and Watman's website and order it there. And I do have a website. It's my name, alejandramartinez.com.au. And
Well,
people
I'll
can
put
go
all
on there
those
and have a look.
links, yeah, in the show notes
Oh, thank you.
to make it easier. I'm just mindful, I just said your name wrong at the beginning of this interview,
Oh,
so I
that's okay. My
apologize.
name's Alejandra. Yeah,
Beg your pardon.
that's right. It's a
I'm
Spanish
sure
full
I'm
name.
not the first, and I probably won't be the last, so
No.
apologies.
It's the Spanish version
Listen,
of Alexandra.
yeah, if when you write your next book, would love to have you back and support you on that journey. But good luck enjoying this one, all your
Thank
speaking
you.
gigs, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for it's been really lovely being here. So thank you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. Bye.